In this video, we will show you how task templates work. First, I'll try to add a task so we can see how the template looks like. Then, we'll proceed to create our new template or even use or modify any of the available ones. So, I'd like to add a task here, and all the information I see here is part of the template. It's like a form or a request form that is set according to the needs or according to the requirement of what you would like to do. So I have the initiator information, I have coordinates, I have task types, I have address, and so on. So I will go to the dictionary menu and select templates here, and I would like to add my own templates by naming it logistica. I like to name my template this way, and if I have a vivid description I can give or leave. For this one, I'll just say pickup pickup solution system for my goods, or any other description that you have according to your needs. Then here I can decide that I'd like to send some of these tasks to the specific driver, so they can have to receive things on their app. We can also decide to send the same to the initiator and click on save or send. Now this is my task template here, the one I just created. I would like to modify it. I can select it and click on parameters, or I can double click and still see parameters here. Now by default there is initiator information, which is the name, which is the address, office, phone, and then the task and start time, end time, description, and comment. For now, let's go to the dashboard and see how this looks like in real time, and when we modify it, how it will look like. So I will go to the dashboard and go to add task. Then the template, I would like to choose the one I just created, which is Logistica. And by default, you see, this is the name, this is the address, this is the coordinate, phone, then executor information. We have the vehicle, the driver, we have the driver's phone, and we have task types, which is pickup, anything you want to do, the coordinates, so on and so forth. Now let's go back and modify this template. To modify, we go back to the dictionary and go to templates. Then we can decide to go back. This is the Logistica. I click and go to parameters. Now the first one is name, so I can double click, and since it's a string, I can decide to name it, give it name of initiator, or any other name, or maybe requester. Then the group is under initiator information, and the default value, I can decide to put some name inside there as a placeholder or leave it as it is. And here there are some, right, you can decide to make this field removable if it is not necessary. You can decide to allow this field to be blank, which is not ideal. We need the person's name. And we can also mark it as autocomplete. Field is key. You can field is propagate, which means that we can duplicate or continue to add this field in case there are 2 or more requesters. For example, let me just check this so we see how it works. There are other things below. I can save. Now the address here is like I'm creating a form to create a specific task. So these are the informations that I need. I can decide to add more or even remove some of the things that are there. So for example, this here is an address, and I can, instead of writing address, I can just say requester location, where this request is coming from, or where the person is normally, let's say, the company's office, but you can decide to remove or not to remove. So here I will check field is removable, which means that I can decide not to use it. Now this is the office name, the name of the office, the phone, then the base address. So in this case, maybe I would like to create a pickup address. So here is where the task will start from. In this case, I will decide to name it pickup location, or can name it loading location. Now we have the task information. It means that this is the task I am creating. So all this is under task information. So next is I can make sure that, okay, this is an address, so it's part of the route, it's a point in the route. I can check it or not, or maybe it's a start, so I decide to leave it. I can decide to allow this field to be blank, but since it's a specific address that we need to pick the items from or my goods from, I will need to make sure that it's there, so I can assign a task to the driver to receive it on his app and go and pick up. I also can make sure that I can add more than one pickup location, so it can be easier for my delivery and logistics solution. In this case, I will save. I can decide to even add more or remove some from it, or even hide. Then this is the task address. So this person, or I want them to go and pick up and deliver. So I would say delivery location, and I can decide to make sure that this field is propagated as well, means that I can add additional fields for this address in case there are multiple addresses to use. So I can save. Let's go ahead to the dashboard and see the changes that happened. Click on add a new task to see how it works, to view the changes that were made. So I will click on add, and I will select the templates form that I just created. Then this is the name of the requester, which is John. I can decide, okay, I will send this task to the driver and the initiator. Then requester location, I can choose an address from my address classifier, or even I can decide to add a name here of any address that I want. Then office, this requester is from the head office. Send this task to both the driver and the initiator. I can add my phone, so they can all see this information just in case they need some additional information. They can call and ask. Here I can select a driver, sorry, a vehicle. I can select one vehicle which must do this task. Then I can also select a driver by choosing driver for car 1, add the driver phone. Then here I can choose my address for pickup, then add the item. Make sure that those who are going to execute the task have this. Then delivery location, I want it delivered to me in some other location, so I choose this. Check the items. So what happens here, I want you to pick the items from here and then deliver here. As simple as that. I can add some description and say, if you need more info, kindly call the head office. Send this so they can see and So far that is all. I can click here to save. After sending, they will see it. I'll go back. That will be it for creating templates or form templates in the task management system. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.